Did you know something as simple as asking questions can totally boost your child's executive functioning skills? We're going to get into 5 cutting edge questions you can ask your child that will really boost executive functioning skills like nothing else. If you know me in person, if you've worked with me, if you live with me, I love to ask questions. This gives me a really good perspective on what's going on, what clients want, what clients need, and it really helps me provide the best resources for them. Questions are also a great way to get you thinking about the solutions, right? I'm sure that's happened before, where you want to ask someone a question, and as you're figuring out how to ask it, what to ask, you're like, oh, I know the answer. That's because the whole process of going through these questions really helps the thinking part of your brain kick in and helps you know what to do. And that's exactly what I'm going to teach you right now on how to use these questions to boost your child's thinking and getting it done skills, which are the executive functioning skills. Okay, this set of questions really helps boost the organization skills, right? The simple act of asking, what are you going to need to get this done? Or what are we going to need if it's a younger child and you're doing it together? Letting them come up with some of the answers. Hey, buddy, what are we going to need to get this done? If it's an older teenager, high schooler, okay, well, what do you need for this project? And letting them come up with the answers. Again, we're letting their frontal lobe do their work, and we're letting that organization skill really shine and work to come up with the answers. If this is something they did in the past, a great question is, so what happened last time that you did this? And if by chance the last time they did it, it was a huge disaster and either they were late or they lost something or they made a huge mess, let's see if they can come up with that and problem solve. This is really a great way to give them that bird's eye view of the whole activity, which is really boosting their metacognition skills and their ability to be flexible, right? And other executive functioning skills. This set of questions is magic for those that are struggle with time awareness, right? A lot of times we call them time blind. I never like to use the word time management, but you may relate to it as time management. How much time do you need to get this done? And sometimes, how much time do you think you need to get this done, right? Because if this is the area they're struggling with, we want to make the questions set them up for success. So asking how much time do you need for this, they're probably not going to know the answer. But when we say how much time do you think we're going to need for this, then we can kind of problem solve and take that weak area, which is time awareness, and help them be a little bit more realistic to the timelines. These set of questions are almost like a hack for kiddos that struggle with executive functioning skills. What is it gonna look like when you're done, or even while you're doing it? And what is it gonna feel like? So this set of questions really brings up the visualization of it all. And visualization is a great kind of like a hack when we are executive functioning struggles, because it really puts us in the place of what we're going to do. It puts us in the time. Let's say we're having a cooking project in the kitchen. What is it going to look like? What is it going to feel like? What is it going to smell like? Giving our frontal lobe more opportunities to be like, oh, okay, well, we're really going to need to do it this way, and we should try it this way. So visualization is a great way to help our kids that are struggling with executive functioning skills come up with the right plan. All right, so our last one, and there's going to be a quick bonus at the end of this video. Our last one really helps those kiddos work on their goal-directed persistence, and even those that are kind of impulsive, their response inhibition, right? So asking them, what's your plan? And having them think through the entire plan And sometimes asking them what's our plan. Remember, depending on the activity, sometimes we're doing it with them. And so many times when we're doing it with them, we kind of want to take over and do all the planning. But remember, this set of questions is really strategic for us to build executive functioning skills. So we need to allow time for them to answer and them to contribute to the plan. Here is our bonus question, and I could not do this video without throwing this in. This really helps build in flexibility. It really helps that working memory. It helps them to predict, to begin predicting what's happening. Again, that bird's eye view, that metacognition. Ask them, what do you think could possibly go wrong with this plan? What are some scenarios that can go wrong with this plan? And having them plan for screw-ups and plan for mistakes. Sometimes they'll come up with the answers based on things that have happened for them. Okay, I could do this whole project ahead of time. I could follow the rubric, make sure it's organized well, but I could leave it on the kitchen counter because that's happened to me before. So just that line of questioning is, again, gonna let them figure out, all right, let me not go through all that trouble and leave it in the kitchen counter. So I love that question because it helps them predict what could possibly go wrong. What I want you to do with this information is figure out your child's executive functioning profile, because just like I mentioned a couple of different executive functioning skills throughout my line of questioning, once you have your child's executive functioning profile in your hands, this line of questioning is going to be that much more powerful because it's going to be specific on what your child is already good at and what your child needs to improve. So go ahead and watch that next video, and I'll see you later.